And welcome into 11 Alive News at 11. I'm Joe Ripley. We begin tonight on the campaign trail. Just hours ago, former President Donald Trump held a rally, his first since an assassination attempt 1 week ago tonight. Mr. Trump was joined on stage tonight in Michigan with his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. The former president touched on a number of subjects during tonight's speech, echoing similar themes as his record-length speech during night 4 of the Republican National Convention this week. He reportedly spoke for more than 100 minutes tonight, surpassing that RNC speech. And now we are a little over 100 days until the presidential election, and with some calling for President Joe Biden to step down, some voters are wondering if he's losing support from black men, especially when former President Trump has mentioned in his speeches that his support among black voters is growing. 11 Alive's Teresa Bowles joins us now. She spoke to black leaders, business owners, and HBCU graduates on what they'd like to see from those presidential candidates. Teresa?
Well, Joe, all three believe there is no validity to black men being more supportive of former President Trump over President Biden, but some do want to see more policies in place that directly impact what black men deal with every day.
The barbershop, often known as a safe space for black men to have open dialogue. Saturday's topic is the countdown to the presidential election.
I believe that it is the only choice that exists in this election.
While Morehouse political science graduate Kerry Singleton Jr.'s support of Biden is openly unwavering, some are calling for President Joe Biden to step down. The Trump administration is working to flip the black male vote, even receiving support from some hip-hop artists. Singleton says the false sense of support could be connected to stimulus checks given out during the pandemic.
If the average black Trump supporter could have been bought by $1,200, then I could only imagine what these celebrities are selling themselves for.
But is it working? Are Atlanta natives actually seeing that support that former President Trump speaks about at his rallies?
I'm not. Most of them are swinging to the Biden-Harris administration.
Jay Martino owns a barber shop. He's not seeing it, and neither is America's oldest and largest civil rights organization.
The NAACP has done internal polling. That particular candidate is running at 10% favorability with the African-American community.
Gerald Griggs says that doesn't mean the Biden administration won't have to work hard to keep that favorability. Griggs is Georgia's NAACP president. He says both candidates will have to speak to kitchen table issues, such as protecting voting rights, law enforcement accountability, health care, and economic development, especially investing in small black businesses like Martino's shop.
It's a way we can survive, because during COVID, a lot of us kind of struggled.
Griggs adds that a candidate stepping down would not be a good idea, but stepping up is.
Speak more to what issues are in Georgia, because the African Americans in Georgia typically determine the outcome of a presidential election, and neither candidate has done a good job.
Both Martino and Singleton say even Biden's age doesn't sway them either, and even if the president resigns, they don't believe it will change black men's support of the Democratic Party. The NAACP is partnering with a few other organizations to have a civic engagement leadership roundtable to inform voters on August 5th.
All right, Teresa, thank you. You can see much more of the week's biggest political stories with in-depth analysis Sunday morning at 11 on the Georgia Vote with Zach Merchant and Faith Jesse right here on 11 Alive. You can also stream that on 11 Alive Plus.